All right, we are back, and yeah, keeping things so nice, light, refreshing as we enter our final segment. And it's another celebration of another event that is going into its 8th year this year as we celebrate the NGC Bocas Lit Fest. Now, this event, very much part of the National Gas Company and all the wonderful things they do in the various communities. They've been attached to this event for some time, and it's really a celebration on promotion of literacy here in TNT, and I happen to know some of the wonderful ladies behind this event, and I have two of them here with me. First up, closest to me, Danielle DeLong.
Hi.
And she is responsible for the children's side of things at the Bocas Fest this year, so we'll hear a lot of what is going to happen there. And next to her is Ardeen Sergio.
Hi, Joel.
How are you?
Wonderful.
So these two ladies are, as I said, two of the chief cooks and bottle washers behind the event, as I like to say. You guys make it happen year after year. And this year, the 25th to the 29th, that's what, for 5 days?
5 days.
5 days of celebrating literacy.
Yes, well, that's the core festival.
Right.
You know, but we have things starting from the 16th of April.
Okay, so things have been going on as we speak, kind of thing.
Exactly.
So it's a build up to the festival. That's what
so
happens.
we have the pre-festival and then we have the core festival.
What's happening now as we speak?
So we have the Cine Lit, which is our Latin American and Caribbean film festival.
Right.
And that's a celebration of films that have been adapted from books or the lives and stories of authors.
Right.
And it has been expanded to include other kinds of films that are just relevant to the cultural landscape of Trinidad and Tobago and Latin America, the Caribbean and Latin America.
Yeah. So you would have taken, and these are Caribbean and Latin American films.
Yes. So this is a segment of the festival that's done in collaboration, in very close collaboration with embassies from Latin America and Spain.
Right, right. And as I said, this is just one of the events that leads up to the 25th.
Exactly. We have a couple of book launches coming up.
Right.
We have, Joel, we do over 100 events.
Right.
Even
Serious.
just in the core festival, we do over 100 events. So these other add-ons are really just bonuses.
Yeah. Daniel, you've been involved in the festival for some time. You're a writer of your in your own ilk, yes?
That's right.
Yeah. You've supported this festival.
Well, I was there from the first thought.
You were born.
I was there
at the festival.
at the first thought, and I have to say that, as we know, the founder of the festival is Marina Solandi Brown.
Yes.
And over the years, we've had various sponsors, and now for the last few years, we have the National Gas Company. We, at the same time, when the concept of the festival occurred, we decided to create something for children, because if you regard it's a sort of hackneyed term, but the idea is that the children are the foundation blocks and they form the next adult generation, depending on the ages. But in an effort to influence children and to help them to be more confident, to enjoy and appreciate the environment of Trinidad and Tobago, and to open windows of creativity, we decided to create a storytelling caravan. So this was there from the beginning, and we've seen it grow from a couple of...
And we're talking just the children's
yes.
of the festival, yeah.
We've seen it grow from a couple of hundred, meaning about 6 a year, to, well, just about 2,000 now, between 1 and 2. And this is because we deliberately cull the numbers in order to, we do hands-on, intimate situations for the storytelling, and we have a large, wonderful show at Nalis where children they're coming from Cedrus this year, Mayaro, Guayagayari, Matlot, all come into Port of Spain under hosted by the Mayor of Port of Spain, and they lunch in Woodford Square. So they understand and they learn something, those who actually have not been to Port of Spain in this sense. They get to be more familiar with the buildings and the history of Woodford Square.
A lot of it, and I'm seeing a few of the children's books here, but a lot of it is celebrating our Caribbeanness, our writers, and I mean sometimes we get novels from all over North America, but this really is a festival here in TNT that celebrates us as writers, creatives. It celebrates us.
Yes, absolutely. It celebrates our stories, our ideas, our words. I think the thing about the festival that really makes it stand out is that we do our best as well to incorporate a lot of our traditional cultural elements. It harks back to carnival and some of the characters and traditions associated with masquerade. So we have Old Mass, which we introduced last year for the first time, which continues this year. We've always had a midnight robber. We've always had extempo. So we stay true to those art forms that are also indigenous to Trinidad and Tobago, but certainly it's a celebration of our achievement in the Caribbean and the Caribbean diaspora abroad, our writers who've won so many prizes over the years. We have a very strong foundation. I think all of us who've gone to school and have read
about these characters.
We have the staple books that everybody can remember. The Miguel Street, Writer's Son.
You were a bright girl in school, were you? You were a very bright girl in school, are you?
I don't know.
No?
I feel like you're putting me on the spot. Am I supposed to say yes to that?
So you were calling the books, and I can't remember all the books. Because I would have probably dropped some of those classes and gone play football, but I mean, you were a bright girl.
I'm just a little younger than you are, so it's not accessible to me.
All right, okay. But yeah, I mean, those books, as I said, would have formed part of who we are.
Yeah, absolutely. Your consciousness of your existence in this space, and to see yourselves reflected. And that's why the emergence of film as well in Trinidad and Tobago, and seeing ourselves and seeing for the first time last year Green Days by the River on the big screen.
Right.
Those are all landmarks, achievements for us. Yeah. And so at Bocas, we try to play our part in preserving and nurturing that.
So, I mean, because under one roof at Nallis, it's writers, readers, people are just who are interested in reading, the publishers of these books, booksellers,
yeah.
And storytellers.
Yes.
Is it spoken word? I know there's a connection. Yeah.
The Big Slam is a huge part. It's the closing event, the finale of the festival.
Right.
Spoken word is an integral part of what we do. It's one of the key ways in which we are able to reach our youth. We work in schools a lot. I mean, Daniel also does a lot of work with young people in communities, and so we try to reach the older young people in communities.
The older young people. Which is important.
Yeah, it is very important to us. Finding ways to engage them that they can relate to.
Guys, 8 years, right? And I want you guys to go back, and I just want both of you, Daniel, you first, because sometimes we say literacy, and it just sounds nice, and yes, we should be. Are we a literate society? But would you have seen over the 8 years this festival grow? People get more interested, because we are not always a reading society. We sometimes we say we don't read. And have you guys, based on the efforts that you would have made over the last few years, seen the interest grow?
Well, I'm keen to share this news with you, that apart from a local interest, a growing local interest in books, what happened is that Penguin Random House, the book publishers, do a very strict list every year. You have to be really good to get on that list of book festivals international, because you have Hay, you have the Edinburgh Festival, you have the Brooklyn, you have huge festivals going on that are sponsored with millions of US pounds all over.
Right.
And what happened is the Bocas made the list.
Nice.
So the
in recent times,
recent times, when was it? Last year. So the NGC Bocas Lit Fest has been recommended to people all over the world, from Alaska to Australia to Timbuktu, as one book festival that should be visited.
Nice.
And what we, in the children, try to do, it's certainly, I've been to one or two festivals, and I really think, I have to say, not just because I'm involved, But we have the Children's Festival is one of the most original things, because in order to empower the children, this is the type of thing that we work with. As Ardeen mentioned, we embrace our culture, and what we want children to do is become more confident writing and expressing themselves, because we believe that by doing this it helps bullying, and they address these issues.
And these books are really the product of that work.
Right.
So these books are compilations of those stories from the children who attended these community events.
Right, yeah. Because I just also think, and sometimes, you see literacy, and I'm hearing reading, of course, but it relates to writing. And I mean, only late in my life, after I realized, okay, I can't play how to read, how to pick up a book, because it relates to writing and how you express yourself. So it's something that I'm so happy that the children arm of what you guys are doing, where you get young, I'm not saying young boys sometimes hyperactive. To sit down and is difficult, and I'm saying that from a hyperactive young boy. But I know how difficult that would have been as a primary school boy. So when you get a young man, to want to go and play, but also want to open a book and read. That's a major step, guys. I don't know.
And it's listening to we encourage the art of listening.
And it's about activating the imagination. And so I think the key is to figure out how to reach them.
Right.
It has to be fun. It has to be imaginative.
Because this in my days was very boring.
Right.
I mean, for me to do this, I had to, a whip had to be held over my head, and I was okay,
And I think, and so many children also have the experience of reading being punishment.
Right,
This is how you will punish, go read a
writing
book.
lines, so writing was punishment, it was punishment.
But there's something else too. Remember, the culture has changed, and so many children have cell phones, and they use these games. So sometimes...
I'm talking about 30 years ago.
But today, so this is why we want to draw them back into the fun of creating their own stories.
And you all have been generally successful.
Because sometimes you'd be surprised the violence they come up with in creating a story. You mention a gun, now we can take the opportunity to discuss guns, the use of guns, everything. And we have them thinking about things.
Wow, great stuff. The NGC Bocas Lit Fest. I didn't put a little nutshell on it for me, because it's happening on the 20th, the actual festival at Nales. It's open to the public.
Free and open to the public.
Open to the public.
We have 2 paid events.
Right.
One is the grand finale of the National Poetry Slam on the Sunday night.
Right.
And the other one is the launch of Mariel Brown's film about her father, Wayne Brown. Right. That's happening at Central Bank. And those are the only 2 paid events.
This is Mariel Brown. She's
completed the film. It's called Unfinished Sentences.
Wow, okay.
And so that premieres at Central Bank on the 27th, Thursday 27th.
Nice.
Thursday 26th.
26th,
yes.
Right. So that's this week coming.
So it happens, it's free, open to the public from 10 a.m. straight through till about 6 p.m. each day at Nales. There'll be a mix of things. We have open mics. The Thursday and Friday we are targeting students. Right. So we're actually doing that kind of outreach to get them in the festival. But alongside those kinds of events, we also have regular events for adults. Discussions, films, readings. Lots.
I checked the website. The list of events are on the website.
Yes, everything is on bocaslitfest.com. You can follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. We have lots of regular updates on a daily basis.
On a daily basis. Ardeen and Daniel working very hard behind the scenes, and I know it's a big team.
No, it's not actually.
Oh my goodness.
A small team with big ideas.
With big ideas.
Big dreams.
We want parents to check the website and sign up the children.
Right, and parents can bring the children, but they have to sign up the children before they just bring
the caravan, so we know what numbers,
Right.
Because it closes off after about 25. We have to close it off.
Cool. Oh my goodness. Daniel and Ardeen, thank you very much for dropping by. The National Gas Company, another venture that they have put their money where their mouth is, so to speak, and putting their money, because this is one that I think over the years would have built up and grown as a brand here to be recognized, doing some great work.
Recognized internationally.
So, sorry, Joel, I just have to say at the very
Other than what you're shouting internationally.
No, we've been very fortunate to receive international acclaim and to be able to collaborate with Man Booker, and Wyndham Campbell, two major international
and the
prizes,
Avon.
and Avon, and many people have invited us to work with them just because of the caliber of what we've been able to do over the years and the writing that has come out of the Caribbean. So we're very proud of that.
The Bocas Lit Fest 2018 happening on the 25th to the 29th. It all culminates there at the Annales, the library. Go on out and check it out this coming over the next 4 to 5 days of this week. Check the website bocaslitfest.com for all the information. Daniel, Ardeen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Time has run out. Producer's wrapping me up. Hope you had a wonderful Sunday with us. Hope you enjoy the music to the top and the information at the bottom. We will see you back here next week, Friday, when your weekend starts with a cup of joe.